Good afternoon, Ma'am Melison. This is my video presentation. It's all about what the difference between living and non-living things. Some of daily life example of living things around us are human being, animals, plant, and microorganisms. Non-living things do not exhibit any characteristic of life. They do not grow, respire, need energy, move, reproduce, involve, or maintain homeostasis. Living things grow and reproduce. All living things breathe, eat, grow, move, reproduce, and have sense. Non-living things do not eat, grow, breathe, move, or reproduce. They do not sense. The term living refers to things that are now or once were alive. A non-living thing is anything that was never alive. In order for something to be classified as living, it must grow and develop, use energy, reproduce, be made of cells, responds to its environment, and adapt. While many things meet one or more of these criteria, a living things must meet all of the criteria. Living and non-living things interact with each other all of the time. What's your stand about the evolution of man? In The Origin of Species, Charles Darwin says little about human evolution other than to assert that we humans did evolve and pass of the interrelated natural world along with all other organisms. Human evolution is the lengthy process of change by which people originated from ape-like ancestor. Scientific evidence shows that the physical and behavioral traits shared by all people originated from ape-like ancestors and evolved over a period of approximately 6 million years. Human evolution is the evolutionary process within the history of primate that led to emergence of Homo sapiens as a distinct species of hominid family, which include the great apes. What the difference between natural selection and artificial selection? New varieties, natural selection, and selections breeding can both cause change in animals and plants. The difference between the two is that natural selection happens naturally, but selective breeding only occurs when human intervenes. For this reason, selective breeding is something called artificial selection. Different varieties of plant and animals with desired characteristics can be developed by selective breeding. The new varieties may be economically important. For example, they may provide more or better quality food to feed people. Natural selection is a nature-made selection, and artificially selection is a man-made selection. The main difference between natural and artificial selection is that the natural selection produces a great biological diversity, whereas artificial selection produces varieties of organisms such as improved crops and livestock. Natural selection In natural selection, select the individual with favorable variation for better survival is an environment. The nature select the best or the most favorable variation. Artificial selection, it's the selective breeding of domesticated plant and animals to produce offspring with characters desirable to human. most select the desirable characteristic that is to be passed on the next generation. Biology is the scientific study of life. It is a natural science with a broad scope but has several unifying them that tie it together a single current field. For instance, all organisms are made of cells that process hereditary information encoded in genes, which can be transmitted to future generations. Biology is study of living things, their vital process. The field deals with all the physics, chemicals aspect of life. Cell biology is the study of cell, the fundamental unit for structure and function of living organism.